guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. My name is Hetty and I post videos all about health, mindset, lifestyle, healthy relationships with food, spirituality and all of that good stuff. So if you have been following me for a while or you've been subscribed, thank you so much to my subscribers as well. I'm so grateful for all of you. I just wanted to post a video really to say that I'm still here, because obviously from my previous video it has been a long time since I last uploaded, and I guess this kind of video is going to be relative to the reasons why I've not been uploading as much, and also I want to post something that's going to be helpful for those people who might be in a similar situation to the one that I've currently been in as well. So kind of wanted to just have a sit down chat and chat about life, chat about what's been going on with me and how and what has helped me kind of shift through this phase that I've kind of been in for the past couple of months. So grab yourself a coffee, grab yourself a drink of whatever kind you want, and let's get into it. So obviously from the title of this video is, feeling lost in life and feeling like you lack a lot of motivation, you don't really know what you're doing, you kind of going through the motions of life, going to work or doing the things that you have to do but finding no particular meaning, and you might even find yourself in negative habits, destructive habits. Maybe you've been falling into old habits or behaviors that you're not particularly proud of, or you don't particularly like doing those kind of things, but there's no real reason or no particular drive to kind of change, or you don't even know where to start and you can't even think about getting out of this cycle. This is exactly the particular situation I've been in, which is exactly why I've not been uploading. Although I knew that I missed uploading, there was just something kind of blocking me from that. I didn't feel particularly aligned or inspired to film anything, which again was coming up with loads of negative beliefs, and I was kind of falling into an old habit of negative thinking about myself and why would I post a video, who's even going to watch it, I've got nothing to say, all of those kind of things. And I think sometimes when we do become distracted by certain things, and we don't stay kind of true to ourselves and doing things that we know light us up or ground us particularly, we can start to fall back into old behaviours, like I said, and sometimes those behaviours could be food related, it could be binge drinking, it could be just neglecting ourselves a little bit. But also I think along with that comes from a distraction of not thinking positively, and not necessarily just thinking positively. I think neglecting our mental health, so it could be mentally we're in a destructive cycle with the thoughts that we have about ourselves. So that was definitely happening to me too, because I was neglecting a lot of the things that ground me and make me happy. I was neglecting a lot of my mental health. So I'd been doing things like therapy, and I'll talk about that in another video probably, but I wasn't taking care of my own thoughts, which is something that I'm so big on. But I think when you become in this sort of cycle, you convince yourself that that isn't important and you just kind of want to live your life a little bit, and which is totally fine. Like, I don't think you need to meditate for an hour every day or journal every single day necessarily, but I think certain practices are so important to just keep there, purely for the fact that they do keep us grounded and they do keep us focused on what is important. And when we're not aware of the things that we're doing and how we're thinking every single day, that can be where we start to fall into negative habits, behaviors and relationships even. And I think that particularly with me is what was happening for myself. I wasn't looking after the thoughts that I was having. I was neglecting myself with meditation. I did journal, but I wasn't even aware of the kind of thoughts that I was thinking every single day, and it was taking me further and further away of the person that I do want to be and the person that I am happier when I show up as. You know, this person now that's, I wouldn't say this is my true self, but it's a lot closer to the person that I feel best at and with than where I was a few months ago. I was feeling just very hidden and disconnected to my truth. So if you're resonating with this, don't forget to give this video a like if you like this video, and subscribe obviously if you would like to see more. Yeah, I guess for me, like I said, I'd been distracted by a lot of different things and started to neglect myself and my mental exercises, I suppose, and the things that keep me grounded, and that's the first thing I kind of want to discuss. So if you are feeling quite lost in life, ask yourself, what are you feeling lost from? So get clear on where you are in your life right now. So what's going well for you right now? Maybe you're happy in your job, maybe you're content with the money that you're earning. Maybe the relationships that you've got going on are happy and fulfilling. Maybe they're not. So get specific on what's going well in your life right now, what you're happy with and content with, and then make a list of all the things that you're not happy with. So what isn't feeling great for you right now? Maybe it is your job, maybe it is your relationships, maybe it's the place that you're living, maybe it's the things that you do in your free time. Maybe you're spending too much time watching TV and you feel disconnected to the person that you used to be. Maybe you were more active before. Maybe the foods that you're eating aren't making you feel good. Maybe you're not doing as many hobbies as that you once did before, and you feel a loss of connection from that. So write down every single thing and just try and free write a little bit, and why you think that's happened, why you think you do feel disconnected from those things. Maybe something else has come in your life that has distracted you from that. So maybe there's more work demands at work that's taking you away from your hobby that you used to do. So then what that does is get clear on what it is that's making you feel stuck, because if we don't know, there's no way of us really understanding how to even get back to that place of feeling fulfilled and feeling happier in our life. And then I think a really good practice, because like I said before, sometimes when we do get distracted, we become influenced by other people, maybe influenced by their type of thinking. And I know definitely for me, I'm a Gemini, so I'm very, very adaptable to people and their energy, and I find myself sometimes taking on other people's personalities or thoughts very, very easily, which can make me feel disconnected from myself. So I think sometimes alone time for me is so important to kind of reconnect with who I am, rather than kind of fluttering around and becoming everybody else. But I think if you have started to adapt other people's mentality, maybe you're quite an idealist normally, or you're quite positive, and you've started to take in somebody else's negative type of thinking or behavior, or pessimistic type of thinking or realist type of thinking, and that's kind of taking you away from your hobbies or the things that light you up. Maybe you started finding yourself thinking like, oh yeah, well, what would be the point? Who would read it if I wrote about this? Or what's even the point of doing that before? And start negatively thinking about the things that you do like and enjoy. Write down all of the beliefs and thoughts that are stopping you from doing that thing that either you used to do or you want to do. So maybe it's a negative thought habit. Like, for instance, for me, for coming back on YouTube, the thoughts that kind of went through my mind was thoughts like, I've not even got anything to say, I'm not good at anything, no one's going to watch it if I upload, I bet I've lost all my subscribers, and all of these kind of thoughts, which obviously are completely irrational, but because they go through our mind so quickly, we don't even notice them half the time. So I think it's really, really important to write down all of the thoughts that are kind of stopping you, that you're not aware of. Again, without awareness, we can't work on those things. If we're not aware of what's holding us back, there's no way of us taking action anyway. So when you write down all of the things that are stopping you from taking action, you can actually see how irrational they actually are and think, actually, is that a logical reason for me to not do that thing? Is that a logical reason for me to not move, or to not apply for that job, or to not date that person, whatever it is. So get clear on what is mentally stopping you, what is mentally blocking. And one of the big things I think is time for a lot of people, particularly if you have got more work demands going on and that sort of thing. I think, getting clear on your time frame. So maybe your time frame has changed, maybe you've got kids, maybe you've got other responsibilities going on. So be realistic with that. I think it's absolutely fine that we have other hobbies going on, or we want to get back into a place of where we're feeling happier, more in control of our life. But of course, we've still got to live the life that we're currently living now, which involves all of the other responsibilities and things that we have to do. But commit to doing one thing every day, and that could be literally 10 minutes. That could be 10 minutes of learning an online course that you've been putting off, or doing an assignment that you've been putting off, or going on a date, or calling a friend up, if that's what's been holding you back. Just try and commit to doing one thing, whether it's 10 minutes every day or one thing a week, just taking you forward and taking you in that forward momentum. I think action is so important, and that's exactly why I'm posting this video now, because I knew that if I was going to put it off anymore, it would just hold me back even more. And I knew that this is what was going to light me up when I did it. So, all of that negative thinking of, no one's going to watch it, what's even the point, you've got nothing to talk about, was all bullshit. I'm talking now, and who cares if nobody's watching? I'm enjoying filming this video anyway. But the point is to take action. There's power in action. When we take it, it keeps us in that forward momentum. It keeps us feeling focused. And there's something amazing that happens, I think, when we do take action. It kind of proves to us and our subconscious and our negative beliefs that, all of those negative beliefs that tells us that we can't do something, it proves that we can. So bite the bullet, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just take action, whether it be the smallest action you can. For me, it was getting back on Instagram. That was like a big thing for me, because I've been so quiet on there for so long, and I was nervous about going back online. I was scared about what people were going to think, and all of these kind of insecurities were showing up for me. But again, I just thought, right, I'm just going to post one picture, or just post on my story once. The smallest thing can make a big difference, and it keeps us in that forward momentum. And one of the biggest things that I kind of want to chat about as well is for kind of like your self-talk when you're feeling stuck and lost in life, that please don't beat yourself up for it. Like, I'm a real, I have a massive inner critic, and, just like everybody else, I compare myself to where I was a few years ago, compare myself to other people naturally. That's something that does come naturally to a lot of us. But I think the power is to catch yourself when you are doing those things, and to give yourself some grace, like give yourself compassion for where you are right now. And I'm a true believer that whatever has happened in your life, maybe you've had a big event happen and it's kind of turn your world upside down. Me personally, this has definitely happened for me. I've had so many tests, life tests this year so far, like mentally, emotionally, that have completely spun my world upside down, that have completely shook my world up and tested me in ways that I could have never imagined, which again has held me back from taking action on the things that I wanted to. But I'm seeing it now as a way for me to grow. And yes, I think some of those tests have been difficult and challenging mentally and emotionally, spiritually, but remind yourself that we're on the journey of life. Like, life is not just straightforward. Life is not a short road. We are on the long road, and I try and again, like, remind myself that all of these tests and things that happen in life that kind of take us off course are there for a reason. They're there to teach us something. And when we can learn from all of these tests, all of these trials that are coming up, when we can look at those things, obviously from a place of a newer perspective, and maybe when we're not in the middle of it, but look at it afterwards and ask ourselves, okay, well, what maybe was the universe trying to teach me in that moment? How am I a bigger or stronger, more resilient person? What have I learned from that situation? What can I learn from this situation if you are going through it right now? When we ask ourselves these questions, this shines a light on the areas that we need to work on as a person to become a bigger and better person, to become a stronger person. And all of these things that all of these trials are shining light on is going to help us heal those parts of ourselves that maybe we weren't even aware of. Those parts of ourselves that actually, those wounds are holding us back for even bigger things that we want in our life. So when we can look at those things, we can shine a light on them and it start to heal those old wounds. And when we've healed them, we're then a stronger person from it. And we can then take more action on the bigger things that we want in our life. So I think it's really, really important to remind yourself of that, yes, shit happens in life, challenges happen, but the important thing is to take lessons from it. Learn as much as you can, question everything, and I think you'll get a lot more out of it for sure. So I'm going to leave this video here, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a like if you did, and subscribe if you would like to see more. Hit the bell notification as well if you'd like to see when I next upload. Hopefully I'm going to be back on my normal schedule of uploading every single Sunday. If you have any comments or video ideas that you would like me to film, please let me know by leaving a comment down below. Follow me on Instagram as well if you would like to see more, and thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.